What if Eris ridges screamed with fear, crushing your soul to trap you in eternal ice? This bone-chilling tale from Eris in 2490 will grip you tight. Kale Taz, a scout, finds screaming ridges that wail her fear of her sister's death. They're dragging her crew into a frozen abyss. Dare you face the cold? Eris' icy plains sprawl under a black starry sky, their ridges jagged like blades of terror. Kale trudges in her thermal suit, her boots crunching through brittle frost. As she maps the dwarf planet's scars, the outpost's domes flicker in the dark, her only refuge since Earth became a lost dream. Kale's heart aches. Her sister Rin died in a rover crash she failed to prevent 6 years ago. Her last words, "It's screaming," haunting her. Nights, she searches the ridges for answers. One day, her probe pierces a ridge, and it screams Kale in Rin's voice, like shattering ice. Her chest burns with cold. She thinks it's the frost, but she freezes when the ridge glows blue and shapes Rin's face. Her eyes hollow, fearing her. Kale's terrified, yet she keeps probing. The screaming ridges wail louder, their cries sharper, and chaos hits the outpost. Probe seize, lights shatter, and the air chokes like it's stealing fear. Kale's scanner, her guide in the dark, stabs her mind, as if the screams are burrowing inside. Other scouts hear their fear in the ridges, lost families, old terrors, then turn rigid, encased in ice. Kale inspects a ridge, its ice carved with glowing runes that pulse under her light. She confides in Vex, a gruff geologist with a scar on his jaw from a frostbite wound. Vex scours the plains and finds runes, images of people frozen, their fear etched in ice. The ridges scream, "You're lost," in a voice that cuts, and Kale's hands tremble, dropping her scanner. What are these screams after? Kale and Vex venture to a ridge cluster where frost bites like claws and winds howl like terrified ghosts. The ridges scream in a maze of blue light, their runes twisting too fast. Kale's gut churns, sensing eyes in the dark. The runes lead to a cavern of ice, its walls throbbing blue like a fearful heart. At its core, a screaming ridge pulses, exhaling frost like a collapsing star. Shadowy forms writhe in the mist, faceless but trembling. Kale's head spins, like the ridges pulling her soul. Vex's sensors catch signals from the core, not from Earth but from beyond the Kuiper Belt. The cavern feels alive, starving. Kale's scanner flashes horrors, Rin's crash, scouts screaming, an ancient outpost entombed in ice. Vex whispers, "The ridges are the fear, not just ice but a cosmic trap that feeds on terror." They serve the terrors, a force that thrives on fear, growing with every scream. The outpost crumbles, domes split in sudden quakes, heaters fail, and scouts march toward ridges, their eyes glowing blue like the ice. Kale fears they're lost. Vex finds a jagged shard in the cavern, etched with stars that pulse like fearful eyes. The ridges roar, "We claim," and Kale questions if Vex is hiding a secret. The ground shakes, Eris raging. Kale grabs a shard piece. It burns cold, showing Rin's face, her voice pleading, "You failed me." Everyone's scanners show a frost web, where fear freezes forever, each note a soul, each scream a terror. The ridge core displays a blue lattice, trapping every scout. The plains groan, shadows mirroring the web, as if Eris is waking. Vex finds runes, saying the terrors crave the galaxy next, linked to other ridges beyond, all starving for souls. Kale sees vision shadows with glowing eyes plotting to crush worlds. The fierce signals streak to the stars, calling the terrors closer. Radios wail Rin's voice, lights flash her face. Kale feels Rin's faint whisper in the web, urging her to fight. Vex's eyes flicker, can she trust him? Eris quakes, shadows caging them. Kale stares at the ridge core, hands numb, sensing Rin's ghost. She thinks of her failure, the outpost, and if this force is unstoppable. The air chokes, crushing her soul. The outpost falls silent, and Kale wonders if the terrors are inside her. The ridges scream louder, their frost thicker, alive with hunger. She steps back, but ice splinters, and the screams call her name. Vex's face pales, staring at the core. They feel that something's coming, unstoppable. The plains roar, alive. Kale grips her scanner, desperate for answers, but the screams pull her to the dark. The ridges pulse like a storm, alive. Kale wonders if she escaped or if the fears claimed her soul. Twist. The ridges aren't ice, they're the veins of a star beast that feeds on fear, and Kale's crash woke it. Is Eris a dwarf planet or a tomb of terror? Would you probe a screaming ridge knowing it craves your fear? Share your darkest fears in the comments. Smash that like button if this froze your soul, send it to your space nerd friends, and subscribe for more stories that'll haunt your dreams.